Good morning, children. Welcome back to the class. We are continuing chapter number 12, and we have learned yesterday about the fertilization. Now, page number 119, asexual reproduction. We are going to learn about the asexual reproduction. The most interesting thing in plants is baby plant. Can grow even without formation of seeds, that is without sexual reproduction. Let us study some such process. Example, first one is vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is called as asexual reproduction. Production of new plants from vegetative parts of a plant, that is root, stem and leaf, is known as reproduction. So the baby plant that is growing from the root or from the stem or from the leaf is called as vegetative reproduction. So what is vegetative reproduction? Growing of a baby plant, not from the seeds. All of you know that when you put the seeds under the mud, the baby plant will grow. But here the baby plant will grow from the stem of a plant or from the leaf of a plant or from the roots of a plant. This type of production is called as vegetative reproduction. Do you know how farmers produce potatoes in their fields? Take potato and observe. It has a small number of small depressions on its surface. These are known as eyes. So if you have a potato, take out potato and see. You can find some small dark spots on the potato. They are called as eyes. Cut the potato into pieces such that there is an eye in each piece. Remove the eyes from some of these pieces. Fill 2 cups with soil. Plant the piece with eyes in 1 cup and label the cup as with eyes and those without eyes in another cup named as without eyes. Water both cups daily and observe what happens. In which cup do potatoes plant sprouts? So, take 2 cups and cut the potato pieces that contains eye and remove eyes from some pieces and take the soil in the cup and place these potato pieces on the soil, under the soil, and another cup with eyes. Daily you have to water the plant. Now after some days, what do you find? You can observe that baby plant grows from the cup that contains eyes, the potato that contains eyes. Suppose this is a cup and this is a cup. You have to place the soil. Okay. We have to place the soil. Now here we have to take the potato. It's a piece of potato and this contains eyes, and here you have to remove the eyes, and this is without eyes. Daily when you water the plant, after few days you can observe the potato piece with eyes. You can observe baby plant coming out from the potato, and here the baby plant will not come out. So here the reproduction takes place in the potato. So this is called as vegetative reproduction. And one more example, here is a picture of a plant called Bryophyllum. I think everyone has saw, very famous. That means everywhere you can find it, Bryophyllum. You can see baby plant on the edge of the leaves. As I have showed you, here the baby plant. This is called as a baby plant that is coming out from the leaf itself, not from the roots or not from the stem, but here the baby plant is coming out from the roots. You can see baby plants on the edge of the leaves. Can we say that the Bryophyllum plant reproduces through its leaves? In our garden we grow, yes, in Bryophyllum the plant reproduces through its leaf only. In our garden we grow plants like rose, hibiscus and jasmine by cutting a small branch and planting them in the soil. Yes, rose plant, hibiscus and jasmine. If you cut the branch and you keep it in the soil, a baby plant will grow. So this means here the reproduction is taking place from the branches, and in some plants like Bryophyllum the reproduction takes place from the leaves, and here it is from the stem. As you know that potato is called as a modified stem. It is not a root, but actually it is a stem. So the reproduction in the potato takes place from the stem. So all the plants does not reproduce through seeds. Some plants will reproduce through their leaves or through their stems or through their branches. Which other plants can be grown from its cutting? Name a few such plants. Now, vegetative reproduction in some plants. Yes, మన ఇంట్లో గన్నేరు చెట్టు ఉంటుంది కదా, అది కూడా కొమ్మ పెడితే వస్తుంది. లైక్ మందార చెట్టు, గన్నేరు చెట్టు, రోజ్, మల్లెపూ చెట్టు, జాస్మిన్. So these, if you cut the stem and if it takes only one branch and if you put in the soil, a baby plant will grow from that. Here they have given plant parts of a plant. Sweet potato, dahlia, carrot, turnip, radish. New plants grow from the modified root. So in these plants, then baby plant will come out from the roots. Potato. New plant grow from eyes in the tuber, which is a modified stem. I have told you now, potato is called as a modified stem. And baby plant will grow from the eyes of the potato. Next one, onion, garlic, tuberose, lilies, gladiola. This year, new plant grow from bulbs or combs which are modified stems. So here, from the stem, the baby plant is coming out. Example, onion, garlic. If you keep if you keep the onion under the soil, you can observe it. This activity also you can do in your home. It's very simple, no? Yeah, I think everyone are having onions in your house. You can see that baby plant is coming out from the stem itself. Next, bryophyllum, begonia. New plants grow from buds on the leaf, as we have shown in the figure here. Next, sugarcane. Stem grow roots at the nodes. From the stem, the baby plant is coming out, but they are having some knots. I think you have saw the sugarcane, right? Like this, and here the knots are there. So from here the baby plant will come out. These are called as knots. Next, mint, strawberry, chrysanthemum, raspberry. Stem creeps along the ground and strike roots at nodes. Yes, mint. You can observe it in your house. Suppose this is a mint. Okay, and the roots will be like this. If it is, it will creep on the ground. Mint is a creeper. Pudina is called as a creeper. So when it touches the ground, here the root will arise, and from again here the one more branch will grow. So in this way the mint grows. They are the creepers on the grounds, and the baby plant will grow from the roots itself. Okay. Next one is budding. The jalebi maker adds something to the jalebi mix and leaves it for some time. It helps him to make good jalebis. What he mixes is a type of plant called as yeast. Yeast grows with the help of small bulb-like outgrowth which increase in size and breaks off from the parent plant to live independently. This process of reproduction is called budding. So here when they prepare the jalebi, they are adding, the important thing is that yeast. They are adding yeast in the jalebi. So what is yeast? Yeast is nothing but it is the outgrowth of some from parent plants. So suppose the parent plant, from the parent plant extra outgrowth comes out. This is called as a yeast, and they will live independently. They will not depend upon the parent plant. This type of one is called as the budding. This type of reproduction is called as budding. Next one, take some water in a glass tumbler, mix a tablespoon of sugar and half spoon of yeast powder. You can get it in the market in the glass tumbler. So in market also you can get the yeast powder. Cover the glass and leave it for 1 day undisturbed. So 1 day you should not touch one. So you should not disturb it for 1 day. On the next day, place a drop of solution on a slide and cover it with a cover slip and examine it under a microscope. You will able to see some budding yeast cells as shown in the figure number 14. They look like water bubbles growing new ones on them. If you take the yeast powder from the market, you can do this one. They are asking to take it and keep it in a glass tumbler in the water. Then after 1 day, if you observe with the help of microscope, then you can see the yeast growing from the powder like figure number 14. In this way, you can observe it. Now, spore formation. Take a slice of bread cover bread. Yeah, you know, I think everyone will know what is a bread. So take a slice of bread, one piece of bread, and cover it with a basil and leave it undisturbed for 2 to 3 days. Yes, you keep a bread aside for 3 days. 3 రోజులు ముట్టుకోకుండా పక్కన పెట్టేసేయండి. Thereafter, you'll find the slice covered with grey colored fungus called bread mold. దానిపైన అంతా గ్రే కలర్, యాష్ కలర్ లాంటి బూజు వస్తుంది కదా, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ అ బ్రెడ్ మౌల్డ్. లెట్ ఇట్ స్టాండ్ ఫర్ 3 or 4 days. ద హోల్ గ్రోత్ అపియర్స్ లైక్ ఎ బ్లాక్ పౌడర్. ఇంకా అలాగే వదిలేసి 2-3 days మనకి బ్లాక్ పౌడర్ లా కనిపిస్తుంది. Transfer this powder with a thin stick and on a fresh slice of moist bread. Observe what happens after every day and note your observation. So, ఈ black powder ని you have to take out from that one and you have to apply on the fresh bread. Bread ఏదైతే ఫ్రెష్ గా ఉందో దానిపైన అప్లై చేయండి. The black powdery portion of the bread notes contains several spores. From again there are it starts growing. ఇంకా పెరుగుతుంది spore. You can observe like this. If you see under the microscope, you can see this type of structure on the bread. Okay. So here you can see the spore formation. బ్రెడ్ పక్కన పెట్టేస్తే ఫస్ట్ యాష్లో ఉంటుంది, 3 days లీవ్ చేసేస్తే బ్లాక్ కలర్ పౌడర్ వస్తుంది. దాన్ని తీసుకుని మళ్ళీ ఫ్రెష్ బ్రెడ్ పైన వేసి మళ్ళీ అక్కడ గ్రోత్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయి ఆ బ్రెడ్ కూడా బ్లాక్ కలర్లో అయిపోతుంది. సో దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ as spore formation. Do you know Alexander Fleming, a Scottish scientist, discovered that a certain kind of mold produces substance called penicillin. So this certain type of mold, ఇలాంటి మౌల్డ్ నుంచి పెన్సిల్ అనే సబ్స్టెన్స్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుందని కనుక్కున్నారు ఆయన. విచ్ కెన్ డిస్ట్రాయ్ మెనీ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ డిజీజెస్ కాజింగ్ బ్యాక్టీరియా. మనకు వచ్చి కొన్ని డిజీజెస్ ఈ పెన్సిలిన్ ద్వారా క్యూర్ అవుతాయి. పెన్సిలిన్ కేమ్ టు బి నోన్ యాజ్ ఎ యాంటీబయాటిక్ అండ్ సేవ్ ద లైఫ్స్ ఆఫ్ మెనీ సోల్జర్స్ ఇన్ World War II. సెకండ్ వరల్డ్ వార్ జరిగినప్పుడు మెనీ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ వర్ సఫరింగ్ విత్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాక్టీరియా అండ్ దిస్ పెన్సిలిన్ హ్యాస్ సేవ్ దేర్ లైఫ్. సో సర్ అలెగ్జాండర్ ఫ్లెమింగ్, he was a scientist and he proved that this penicillin helps us from the disease that was causing by bacteria. So penicillin, this is called as a penicillin. Okay, now by this we have finished the chapter, and here they have given the reproduction. Sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction. 2 types of reproductions are there. Male part, female part, zygote, seed, new plant. So how does the seed grow in a plant? When from the zygote. From where does the zygote form? From the male part of the plant, flower, and the female part of flower. When they get coincide, then the zygote forms. From the zygote a seed grows. From the seed a new baby plant will come out. Whereas in the sexual reproductions, what happens? Some plants will grow by budding and some plants will grow by spores and some from vegetative parts like root, stems and leaf. So here the baby plant will come out in 2 ways: sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction. This is what we have learned here. Today's homework is that write the keywords one time what they have given at the back of the chapter. Okay, write the keywords one time. What we have learned in this chapter today: flower consists of 4 parts: sepal, petals, stamen and pistil. Based on the presence and absence of floral parts, flowers are of 2 types: complete flower and incomplete flower we have learned. And we have learned that sexual flowers are of 2 types: bisexual flowers and unisexual flowers. Transfer of pollen grains from another to stigma is known as pollination. Flowers can be self-pollinated or cross-pollinated. Fusion of male and female parts to form zygote, it is called as a fertilization. On the basis of parts involved reproduction in plants of 2 types: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Production of offspring from zygote is called as sexual reproduction. The baby plant that comes out from the zygote is called sexual reproduction. Formation of new baby plants without sexual reproduction is called as asexual reproduction. So this is what we have learned in this chapter. Learn and write the keywords one time. This is the homework for you. And try to observe the potato and the bryophyllum in your houses and try to do this activity, potato activity. Okay children, I hope you are listening the videos and following the classes and try to do hard work from the very first day. Thank you children.